Welcome to the Deep Dive. Today we're aiming to equip you with something really powerful, a practical roadmap to financial freedom.
Yeah.
And the great thing is, this deep dive, it's specifically tailored for you, whether you're a seasoned software engineer or maybe just starting out. We've pulled together some fantastic insights, really, just for your unique skills.
That's right. Our mission today, well, it's to explore how your technical abilities, working with Java, Python, building those cool side projects, how all that can be leveraged.
Right.
Leveraged to build long-term financial freedom, something that goes way beyond just the paycheck. And this roadmap, it's actually inspired by some timeless lessons, really, from Rich Dad, Poor Dad, pushing us to evolve our mindset from just being an employee to becoming an active asset builder. It's about making your money work for you, sort of like a well-written piece of code. I
like that analogy. It's definitely a journey, not just a quick fix.
Yeah.
And we've structured this deep dive as a progressive 5-stage roadmap.
Yeah, step by step.
Exactly. It blends personal finance essentials, investing strategies, getting into passive income, and eventually scaling wealth. And crucially, it's all grounded in real-world actions, things that are actually suited to tech professionals like you.
So, let's jump in.
Let's do it.
Okay, let's unpack this.
The core idea, the philosophy underpinning this whole roadmap, it's about a really fundamental shift, isn't it? Moving from being just an employee to becoming an asset builder, making intentional choices with your money and your time. It's not just about earning, but what you do with it afterwards.
Yeah.
I often see engineers so focused on the next promotion, the next tech stack, they kind of miss this bigger picture. How crucial is that mindset shift, really?
Oh, it's absolutely pivotal. It's everything. Because, the saying goes, money without financial intelligence is money soon gone.
Right.
You can earn a fantastic salary as an engineer, truly fantastic. But if you're not intentionally building assets with that money, you're basically just stuck on that treadmill, trading hours for dollars indefinitely.
Yeah. The hamster wheel.
Exactly. This shift sets the tone for the whole journey. You need the intelligence not just to earn money, but to make it genuinely work for you. That's the real difference between being, say, a high-paid laborer and a strategic wealth builder.
That resonates. It implies a certain discipline, doesn't it? Not just technical discipline, coding discipline, but financial discipline, too.
Absolutely.
So, okay, where does someone even begin? It can feel overwhelming. Our roadmap suggests starting immediately with stage 0, clean the slate, getting your financial house in order, basically.
Exactly. And this clean the slate stage, look, it's non-negotiable. You got to do this first. Practically speaking, it means a few core things. First, track your expenses. You need to know where your money is actually going. Tools like Notion, Google Sheets, or, dedicated apps like Walnut can be super helpful here.
It's getting that visibility.
Visibility, yes. Second, prioritize killing off bad debt. High-interest loans, credit cards, they're like financial anchors.
Dragging you down.
Totally. Get rid of them aggressively. Third, build that emergency fund. At least 3, maybe 6 months of essential expenses, kept safe, accessible. That's your safety net.
Crucial.
And finally, always have health insurance, especially if you're freelancing or maybe between jobs. It protects your biggest asset, which is you.
Makes total sense. Okay, so with that solid base from stage 0, what's next? It seems logical to focus on boosting your income, right? Actively supercharging what you earn. Let's move into stage 1, optimize your income. This phase seems like it kicks in pretty quickly, maybe the first few months.
Yeah, absolutely. This is where you leverage the skills you already have, and there are clear strategies. Negotiating your salary, for instance.
Ah, yes, the negotiation dance.
Right. Even a modest bump, say 10, 15%, it has a huge long-term impact.
Yeah.
Compounding over years, it's massive.
Right.
Then think about freelancing. Platforms like Upwork, TopTel, Fiverr. Use those dev skills you already possess. Great way to earn extra cash. Diversify.
And build experience, too.
And build experience, absolutely. For skill building, target those high leverage certifications. Think AWS, GCP, maybe Meta Frontend, things that really boost your market value.
Okay.
And maybe surprisingly for some engineers, learn basic selling skills. How to brand yourself, position your resume effectively, tell your story.
The soft skills.
Yeah. It's not just about the code, it's about showcasing the value you bring, compellingly.
That really highlights how many ways there are to build wealth beyond just the 9-to-5 paycheck, especially for engineers, which I guess sets us up perfectly for stage 2.
Yeah.
Build and diversify assets.
Exactly.
This phase seems to kick in around, 6 to 18 months?
Yeah.
The goal here is getting your money actively working for you, not just sitting in a bank account.
Precisely. This is where the accumulation really starts. We're talking about investing. Stocks, mutual funds, using platforms, maybe like Zerodha, Grow, Upstocks. These are pretty popular in India, very user-friendly.
Making it accessible.
Making it accessible. And critically, consider regular investments, index funds, maybe ELSS through SIPs, systematic investment plans.
Right, the SIPs, like automating your investing.
Yeah, it's like automating your savings into investments. A fixed amount goes in regularly, helps average out costs. And with ELSS, you can often get tax savings too, which is a nice bonus.
Okay.
For something a bit different, you could explore REITs or fractional real estate. Platforms like Property Share let you invest in property without, buying the whole building.
Interesting. Getting a piece of the action.
Exactly. And then there's the digital realm. Sell digital products, your side projects, code templates, maybe an ebook.
Leverage those skills again.
Always leverage the skills. And don't forget building what I call skill assets, too. A blog, a strong LinkedIn presence, a solid GitHub portfolio. These aren't direct cash, maybe, but they continuously generate opportunities down the line. They are assets.
That's a really powerful set of options for making your money grow. Now, let's talk about something that feels like the holy grail for many people, passive income.
The dream.
It almost sounds too good to be true sometimes, doesn't it? Let's dig into stage 3. Start passive income. This is where those tech skills really start working for you, maybe with less direct minute-to-minute effort. Usually takes, 1 to 3 years to establish?
Yeah, it takes time, but the possibilities for a developer here are incredibly exciting. Because you're building systems. That's the key.
Right.
You could monetize content, your YouTube channel, LinkedIn articles, maybe coding tutorials, sharing your dev journey. That content lives online, keeps potentially generating income. Launch paid newsletters. Using tools like ConvertKit or Substack, deliver curated dev content people find valuable enough to pay for.
Niche content.
Exactly. Create and sell paid courses or ebooks. Something like, data structures for Java devs, leveraging your specific expertise and teaching ability.
Yeah.
Build software as a service, SaaS, or maybe useful APIs. Integrate billing with something like Stripe. The beauty is, once the code's written, it can serve countless users. Scale.
That digital leverage again.
That's it. Or even launch micro startups. Platforms like Product Hunt or Indie Hackers are great for visibility, the common thread, leveraging your tech skills to build systems that generate income more passively over time.
And that brings us to the final stage in the roadmap, stage 4. Automate and scale. This is the longer game, right? 3 to 5 years out, maybe more. Making wealth generation truly scalable. And importantly, keeping more of what you earn.
Right. At this stage, you're really fine-tuning the financial engine. This includes more advanced things like tax optimization. In India, for example, using sections like ADC, ADD, HRA effectively.
The tax codes.
Yeah, ways to reduce your taxable income, often by investing in specific schemes like PPF, that's the Public Provident Fund, or NPS, the National Pension System. They offer long-term growth and tax benefits. It's about being smart so you keep more of your hard-earned money.
Makes sense.
Also, when looking at jobs, start preferring opportunities with equity. Stock options, ESOPs, employee stock ownership plans.
Owning a piece of the company.
Exactly. Gives you ownership, a share in the potential growth, not just a salary. Regularly rebalance your investment portfolio, maybe every 6 months or so, to keep it aligned with your goals and risk tolerance.
Stay on track.
Stay on track. And crucially, build or join knowledge communities, mentorship. Networking. This isn't just financial capital, it's social capital, intellectual capital, hugely valuable.
Right.
And maybe for those with a higher risk appetite, look into investing in long-term compounders or even startups via platforms like AngelList.
Wow. Okay, that is a comprehensive roadmap from start to, scaling. Now, let's maybe pull back a bit and touch on some of the broader themes, the key discussion points that kind of weave through this whole journey.
Good idea. These are the core principles, really. Yeah. And one of the most fundamental is simply this. You are your biggest asset. It emphasizes focusing on building your skills, your reputation first, before you get too obsessed with just the investing side. Your ability to create, to code, solve problems, that's your primary wealth engine.
Invest in yourself.
Invest in yourself, exactly. And related to that is the idea that digital leverage beats physical hustle.
Explain that a bit more.
Well, think about it. A carpenter, right? They can only build one chair at a time. They're limited by their physical presence, their hours.
Yeah.
But your code, That SaaS product you build, that online course, once it's created, it can serve thousands, millions maybe, with almost zero extra effort or cost per user.
That's scalability.
That's the infinite scalability. Physical businesses, physical hustles just can't match that. It means your initial investment of time and skill can generate truly disproportionate returns. Exponentially.
That's a hugely powerful point and massive advantage for developers. It forces you to think beyond just trading time for money. It's not about working harder necessarily, but working smarter by building these systems.
Precisely.
It kind of reminds me of compounding interest, but applied to your skills and creations. Exponential growth, not just linear. And tied into that efficiency idea is the advice to treat time like capital. What does that actually look like day to day for an engineer?
It means being incredibly intentional with your time. Ruthless, almost. Just like you optimize code for performance, you optimize your schedule.
Okay.
Automate what you possibly can. Delegate tasks when necessary if you can. Focus your energy only on those high-leverage activities that really move the needle towards your goals.
Don't get bogged down in low-value tasks.
Exactly. Don't spend hours doing something a simple script could handle, or maybe a junior team member could learn from. Your time as a skilled engineer is incredibly valuable. Treat it like the finite resource it is. Invest it wisely.
That is such a tough one, though, especially when you see peers, maybe other engineers, upgrading their lifestyles as their income grows.
Oh, yeah.
You know, the new car, the bigger apartment, the latest gadgets constantly calling your name. How do you stay disciplined? Which brings us to, I think, a really critical point for long-term success. Avoid lifestyle inflation.
It's definitely a challenge, no doubt, but it's so crucial. Avoid lifestyle inflation. It simply means don't let your spending automatically grow just because your income does.
Right. Raise comes in and suddenly the budget expands.
Exactly. You get that big raise or a bonus and suddenly you're eyeing a fancier car, a bigger place. The surplus you create by resisting that immediate upgrade, by not succumbing to lifestyle creep. That is the money you use to build those assets we talked about earlier.
Mm-hmm.
And it's important to frame this, right? This isn't about being needlessly frugal, like denying yourself everything. It's about being incredibly intentional, conscious.
Deliberate choices.
Deliberate choices about where your money goes, choosing long-term freedom over maybe some fleeting short-term luxuries. It's consciously deciding that every extra dollar earned becomes a soldier fighting for your financial future, not just disappearing into slightly nicer things right now.
So, okay, let's try and wrap up this deep dive.
Oh.
The core message seems really clear. This roadmap, it isn't some get-rich-quick scheme.
Definitely not.
It's about building financial intelligence step by step, leveraging your unique technical strengths as an engineer, and creating that long-term freedom through a series of intentional, well-thought-out choices over time.
Absolutely. And as a software engineer, you're really uniquely positioned for this journey. You understand systems. You can build systems to automate income side projects, SaaS.
Yeah.
You can understand money almost like code, you know? It's logical, it can be modular, it compounds, and you have the mindset, hopefully, to avoid just being a consumer. To choose, instead, to start owning assets, tools, equity. You build things. You don't just buy things.
That's a fantastic way to put it, thinking of money like code. We debug our finances, we refactor our spending, we build modular income streams.
Exactly.
So maybe the final thought for everyone listening is this. How can you apply that same systematic, iterative approach, the disciplined mind of an engineer, but combine it with the strategic mindset of an investor to chart your own course towards genuine financial freedom? The path forward, well, it's yours to build, debug, and deploy.